So here we got an individual that's under age 59 and a half, and then we'll talk about an individual that's over age 59 and a half. So Tommy, let's walk through this. So here's an individual. They made a contribution. In this case, we're just saying $7,000. Okay, they're 40 years old. So and then that 7,000 turned into at age 43, it grew by $2,000. So that's $9,000 that it grew to. And then they decided they wanted to take a withdrawal. What happens next?
Yeah, so if they're looking at taking the full amount of that Roth IRA account, the contribution, it's their money. That money comes out tax and penalty free.
Because they've already paid tax.
It's after tax money. It's theirs to use whenever they would like.
Right.
Typically not a recommendation, if these are retirement or long-term planning vehicles, you're looking at leaving it there. But if you need to access contributions, tax and penalty free, the earnings portion of that would be taxed as ordinary income, and then under 59 and a half, you would have the 10% early withdrawal penalty as well.
Right, because we just said it. They did a contribution at age 40 and they pulled it all out at 43. We just talked about the first 5-year rule, the account level 5-year rule. It has not been satisfied.
The account level 5-year rule has not been satisfied.
Unless, go ahead.
And I was going to say, unless an exception applies, so this is, normal type situations. If you apply or if you qualify for an exception, you may not have the tax liability or the penalty on those.
Right. And so for our viewers listening, you can see what those exceptions are on your screen. And so again, let's now talk about somebody that's over 59 and a half. Tommy, walk our viewers through this example.
So you are still looking at, the account level 5-year rule, kind of regardless of your age. So
right.
In this example, the individual was 60, put in that same $7,000, had it for 3 years. The account's grown to a total of $9,000, and they want to access the full account balance.
Right.
Well, the money they have put in, your contributions, still come back to you, tax and penalty free. The $2,000 of earnings in that account would be assessed at income taxes because the account level 5-year rule has not been satisfied. They are over 59 and a half, so they do not have the 10% early withdrawal penalty.
But they did not satisfy the 5-year rule. So they're still subject, even though they are over 59 and a half, to pay ordinary income tax on the gains that they made on that Roth.
On the earnings, correct.
Okay, all right. And again, they did not satisfy the 5-year rule. So in another example, let's say to help get through this, we had an individual that made their very first contribution at age 50, okay? And then they made their first withdrawal at age 63. Well, here's the good news. They said there's two things that just happened here. Number one, they satisfied the account level 5-year rule, right? They've held it for 5 years and they're over 59 and a half. Tommy, do they pay any penalties or tax now?
The full balance of the Roth IRA in this example is available to them because they have the and in there, 5 years and 59 and a half.
Tommy, what do we want people to consider, right, when it comes to the Roth IRA?
Open that Roth IRA if you're eligible. Start that account at whenever your planning phase starts, but look at starting that Roth, outside of that 5-year window for when you may potentially use them.
Right. The moral of the story is, folks, get a Roth IRA. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody should do it, but if you're looking at tax planning, that could be the way to do it.